Guys, we're back with another episode of my 3-0 to 4-0 journey. Last episode, I had my buddy help me train for my sectionals tournament and went pretty hard for the next 2 weeks. Unfortunately, my serves are still a bit iffy and I still need some time for it to get back. Will my 2 weeks of training be enough for sectionals, and will my serve cause me problems? Let's tune in and find out.
I'm so nervous. I still gotta pack my cooler, pack my clothes, snacks, bananas. I'm gonna wrap my wrist. Yeah, just gotta make sure I have everything. I already weighted my rackets earlier today, so those should be good to go. Here goes nothing.
That morning, I woke up early feeling a mix of excitement and nerves. After getting ready, I loaded up my truck and headed out. The drive was quiet, giving me time to think. I started going over everything I had worked on and learned over the past year, each drill, every practice session, all leading up to this moment. My stomach was in knots. The nerves were really getting to me, but I tried to stay focused on what I needed to do. This was my chance to prove to myself just how far I'd come. Day 1. I was playing doubles 3 with my buddy Brant, and from the moment we stepped on the court, things felt really good. The sun was shining, the energy was high, and we were locked in. We kicked off the match strong, our serves were on point, and we were connecting well. Every rally, every return felt sharp. We took a couple of early points, which boosted our confidence even more. Brant and I were in sync, calling shots, moving as a team, and the momentum was definitely in our favor. The adrenaline was pumping and I could feel the rush you get when everything seems to be clicking into place. We had the rhythm, but as the match went on, little cracks started to show. I missed a couple of key serves and suddenly my timing felt off. Brent and I were still pushing, still fighting, but the mistakes started to creep in. A double fault here and there, a missed volley, a missed return. It was like we were slipping out of sync. I could feel the momentum shifting, but we kept telling ourselves we could turn it around. But then, the more we tried to correct things, the more it felt like we were chasing the game. I lost control of my serve completely, and we struggled to find our footing. The points we were winning so easily before became harder and harder to come by. The frustration started to build. We fought hard, but it wasn't enough. In the end, we couldn't pull off the win. Brant and I lost the match, and I was seriously bummed about it. It stung, knowing we had the start that we wanted, but just couldn't hold on to it. But at the bright side, our team rallied, despite doubles 3 and singles 2 losing, and we ended up winning the overall matchup 3-2. Later that day, we faced Colorado. I had to head home, so I was getting score updates from the guys through GroupMe. This one was pretty tight. We were tied at 2-2, and it all came down to singles 1. Ryan was in a 10-point tiebreaker, and the chat was stressing me out. We needed this win because going to day 2 undefeated is such a confidence booster. Guys, it got too close. It came down to the wire, and then Ryan took the win. I was literally fist bumping on the couch. It was the most stressful thing ever, but super excited for him. Now on to day 2. Guys, do me a solid and hit the subscribe button for more tennis content. Also, comment below if you guys have any questions for me about my journey, and it may be featured on the next video. That night, everyone slept well. We needed the rest, and hydration and recovery were top priorities. But I realized I only had about a liter of water in me. Not ideal. That morning, I woke up feeling pretty good. Our match wasn't until about 10 a.m., so I had some time to chill. I headed to Chick-fil-A, but honestly, I couldn't even think about eating. I was way too nervous. I managed to eat some hash browns, but decided to leave the burrito for later. Possibly the worst decision ever. Seriously guys, you need to eat before matches. We walked into the club, warmed up, and I was feeling really good. Getting a solid sweat going. My forehands, my backhands, even my serves was feeling really good. Then I found out who I was playing against. A guy ranked #1 in the nation for doubles. And today, he was playing singles against me. No pressure, right? Frick. The match started off pretty basic. We were on serve probably until about 2-2, and I was really feeling it. On my forehands, I was hitting down the line, I was hitting angles, and then I lost my service game. And after that, he ran with it, taking the first set at 6-4. It's crazy how fast your games can just turn the other way. After that, I started regretting not eating. Fatigue hit me hard and frustration followed. Everything I've been working on for the past 2 weeks, endurance, pushing through the limits, it all came crashing down in the second set. My legs wouldn't move, I was breathing hard, and let's be real, I lost 6-0 in that second set. It was heartbreaking. I was super frustrated and I just wanted to win at least one match, especially in these important circumstances. But I couldn't pull it off. I managed to do it during districts, but now I lost my shot at sectionals. But I had to stay positive and be there for my teammates. We lost the match against Colorado 2-3. Later that day, we faced Nevada, and this was the moment. Everything was on the line. If Nevada won, they were going to nationals, and if we won, we were going to nationals. So there's no room for error on this. After my tough loss, I did a lot of thinking. I made some mental notes. I need to take better care of my body and make sure I'm properly fueled for matches. I freshened up and headed back to the courts for our last game of the day. The atmosphere was unreal. It just felt so different. I was on my toes the entire time, couldn't sit still. At first, everything was steady. Both teams were holding serves. I don't remember exactly who was playing on all three doubles lines, but I know Nate was at singles 1 and Ryan was at singles 2. For the first 30 minutes, it was all about maintaining serves and finding that key moment to break the opponent. The energy was electric, and both teams were cheering loudly. Our doubles team started to take moves, and one by one, we began winning our first sets. Things were looking good all around. Our singles player were having a little tougher time, but you can never count them out. They're fighters, and they weren't giving up. As time went on, we started seeing positive signs. Our doubles teams were winning. Everything seemed to be going to plan. Then, unfortunately, our singles 2 player lost, tying things up at 1-1. I was watching our doubles 3 line, and they were on fire. They won the first set, and then made this incredible play.
Let's go, Jason! Yeah! Let's go!
Yeah, wild. And the thing is, while that was happening, both doubles line won at roughly the same time. That puts us up 3-1 with Nate still battling out in a tiebreaker at singles 1. Unfortunately, he lost that tiebreaker, but this was a team effort, of course. But guys, that just means that my 3-0 men's 18-39 team just won sectionals. Guys, we're going to nationals. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Never in my life did I think I'd make it to nationals. It was a dream. My captain also mentioned that he's been trying to get his team to nationals for the past 8 years. And he did it finally this year. We took tons of pictures, got our medals, and before I wrap this video up, I just wanted to emphasize how much love I have for my teammates. Here's our captain Michael giving an unexpected speech.
So I can't imagine sitting around all weekend, right, from all week long, not knowing if I was going to play or not. Yeah. Showing up out here every day in this hot sun, motivating your team, wanting to play, but not knowing, and then coming out there and busting somebody. Let's go, D. Thank you for that. Good job, brother. If you ever want to know what being a teammate's about,
That's team right there, baby.
Appreciate it. Amen. I'm gonna take this ball. I'm gonna get it.
You can't get a nice one. You have to get like a 6-game used one.
This is his used ball.
Yeah, that's even better.
And that right there, that's a core memory for all of us. Huge thanks to Dean for being such a massive supporter, to our captains, Darren and Michael for holding it down, and to my amazing teammates. Let's celebrate this moment, but remember, it's not over. We're going to San Diego to fight for a national title. After the sectionals tournament, and yeah, I wore my medal constantly around the house, I took some time to reflect. I couldn't pull through for my team. Back during districts, I lost both of my matches. Luckily, I got a third chance to redeem myself playing with Dave, and we managed to pull off the win. That drive home was so emotional for me. I felt relief, but still felt pressure. Now with the sectionals tournament, I've lost both of my matches. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's just a bump in the road, because 2023 was such a successful year for me, and now it feels like I'm struggling, even though this is the year I made it to nationals. I'm left with so many questions, but you know what? That's okay. I'm doing what I love, and I know that in time, I'll figure it out. These challenges are part of the journey. Thank you all so much for following along on this journey. I've got a lot of work to do and 2 months to get ready for nationals. Till next time, keep pushing.